Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Dr. Tamara Smith joining us. Excited to have her here. She's our college consultant and owner of the company. It's called Dean Brannon, LLC, based out of Dallas. She's helping so many men, women, teenagers, providing those college readiness, career readiness programs, and so much more. I know she's out of breath. She's had a long day. Fill us in.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so right now our campus is going through our quality enhancement report and something, and getting our implementations out there on different projects as far as career and transfer services. And so I'm helping with that, as well as that we have a special program called Coaching for Success. And we're creating a curriculum, advising curriculum for that. And so just kind of been really busy with that. Also, what I love about this program, because a lot of the implementations that we're doing for this curriculum, some of this is coming small pieces is coming from our Dean Brannon curriculum and stuff, and kind of see how it goes, to be able to kind of sample it out and see how students respond. And so I'm very excited about that. But very busy, very busy. We're preparing for early registration. Those who are in the Dallas area, if you are interested in coming back to school or looking for a school, Dallas College, our early registration will start October 15th. So if you need to advise, again, you can contact me at Dean Brannon if you just have any general questions, or you can come up to our campuses, any of our 7 locations, and a success coach will be happy to speak with you and get you started as far as with your career or educational goals. Yes.
How do we find you? What's the website, sweetheart?
Well, for Dean Brannon, I definitely got to shout us out first, www.dbi-llc.org. And that's for Dean Brannon. And that is just for, again, if you have any questions and need college consulting or where to start, we'd love to kind of help you get you guys going and stuff, and get you pointed in the right direction, and even suggest any universities or colleges. But if you are in the Dallas area and you know specifically where to go and you need immediate assistance, you can always go to Dallas College. We have 7 locations across Dallas and some in South Dallas, as well as Grand Prairie. So if you're interested, you can go to any of those locations.
Gosh. Oh, this is exciting. This is your hub. This is the time of year, right? You're back on the swing of it. You also have your other job as well. And
right.
What did you want to highlight for us today? Cool.
I would like to kind of highlight today, even though this is not a discussion that I would typically have far as with Dean Brannon, but I do have a background experience with financial aid. And so I would like to kind of talk about financial aid. Again, kind of want to tap in with dual credit. That's a lot of my research, and also a lot of cohort that I deal with as well when they come into transition in. And so, again, students think sometimes that they're not able to attend college because it may not be funds. And of course, a lot of students hear about financial aid, and the first thing they think about are loans. And I was a loan borrower as well, so I definitely understand the fear from that. However, there are Pell Grants that students can qualify for. It is federal free money that you don't have to pay back, as well as there's certain qualifications that are in place for those to qualify. So I don't want students thinking that every student can qualify. It just really is based off of family contribution, where they make that decision. However, a lot of students don't know to look at campuses, colleges, universities' website just for different funding, because institutionalized, we have our scholarship that we give away, but some institutions also have employee giving. And what the employee giving is basically funds for emergencies or for students that may not qualify for any Pell Grants or any particular loans. And they may need just a little assistance to probably finish out that last semester or to even get them started. And I definitely encourage them, because we feel like we live in a generation right now. A lot of students don't like to research, but a lot of their answers and the things they're looking for, even resources, is right on that page. All they have to do is just go there and just type it in. Scholarships, foundation money is out there for them, but a lot of students don't participate in those programs. So definitely want to encourage that. I know I'm kind of jumping around, but let me go back to financial aid, and then we'll tie up with the scholarship funds. So a lot of students, as I think I explained on the previous podcast, that they participate in these dual credit and early college programs, and they're not required to take out financial aid because they're still under the high school umbrella, even though they're taking college credited courses. However, their performance as they are going through these college courses and stuff does have an effect. It doesn't have an effect right away. But however, once they graduate from high school and they transition on to college and stuff, they are starting your college transcript. And so whatever grades you are coming that you completed with, that's what's following you. And that can be the detrimental determinant on where you land as far as your academic standing and as far as financial aid awarding. As far as academic standing, you could be like on probation. And if you're on that first probation, that's kind of fine, because you kind of have like that leeway, that one semester to improve and stuff and get right back in good standing. Yeah. And it's always easily to do. But a lot of students don't know how to do it. And typically, it's just basically retaking those classes that you didn't do so well in, because that would be the fastest way to replace those grades, because it will take out.
You could physically replace the grade, like really, like
right, yeah. So, like, say for instance, I'm taking history 1301, and I took it in dual credit and stuff, and I made it F because I didn't like history, and so I'm coming in my first year and stuff. I'm like ready to start, and I'm refocused. Now I like history, but I want to explore something else. However, that F is hanging on me. If I retake it that within that same semester, that poor grade, the F is no longer in the calculations and is replaced by the new grade that student will have. And that would be the fastest way to improve your GPA, the fastest way. However, some students, they may say if I was taking anthropology and I was like, ooh, I don't like that course, and I wish not to redo it again. It just really all depends on how many classes you taken, what your actually average was in each of those classes, whether if you can bypass not taking the anthropology again, or taking another class and just scoring really high to kind of make it balance out, if that makes sense. Because a lot of students, they're not aware that they're thinking that, okay, I can continue on, and if I just do well in these other classes, then my GPA should average out. But you got to think about it. It's still in that calculation, that poor grade and the additional classes that you're taking. Only time when you see that work is like, say, for instance, if you have taken a good number of 4 or 5 classes and you did well in the 3, but though that it was set only 1. And so you decided you want to take that course again. If you take maybe a couple of other classes and you score really well, maybe a B or better, it can balance out. But it just really depends. And that's when I would definitely advise any student to go speak with your academic counselor and find out the better ways. But if you kind of want to, figure it out on your own, every college and university has a GPA calculator on their website. And if you can kind of go in and just know how many credits the courses are, you can kind of play with those numbers and stuff and kind of get an average of what your GPA could be or what you need to improve your GPA.
Got it. Oh my goodness. I never knew this. I'm so excited to hear this. It's funny. I ordered my college transcripts like a year, 2 years ago, and I have them and in case I want to apply, but I never realized that I could retake some classes. This is awesome.
Well, let me share this with you also, because you have some student that may have attended 10 years ago, college 10 years ago or 20 years ago, and they didn't do so well. And they deciding that they want to come back because they're focused now and they know what their career wants to be. However, you have a transcript or of several semesters and years of failed grades, and you're wondering, what can you do? There's a thing called Fresh Start.
Okay.
Every school offers this Fresh Start program. And what this Fresh Start is basically, like it said, you can go in and if it's the grades are 10 years or older, you can go ahead and get those classes erased and start all over new. Now, as far as if it would renew your as far as attempts with financial aid, I'd encourage you to speak with a financial aid representative. I don't want to tell you guys wrong. However, you can apply for a fresh start and start all over again with a new transcript and with your new attempts.
Okay.
And that is possible. And a lot of people don't know that. So definitely want to share that.
Thank you.
Yes. And so kind of, again, with far as financial aid, I definitely encourage students to make sure that you do apply and see, because you definitely want to accept your Pell Grants first. That's free money that you don't have to pay back. However, you want to be cognizant about how much you take, because even myself, when I first went into college and stuff, and I got some of my Pell Grant and loans and stuff, and the loan checks look very impressive. Your bill comes out to be maybe $1,500, and then you're awarded maybe $3,000. And so, of course, the young person is going to say, "Yes, give me all the money." However, you have to be cognizant. You're working off of a budget, guys. You're only allotted so much each level. When I say a level, I'm referring to like at the associate's level, and then once you transfer to the university level. Some students think that they can attend community college and still get awarded through financial aid as long as they want. However, it's really tricky with that. Financial aid only pays up to 90 hours under the associate's level. And let me explain, guys, it's because when you complete your associate's degree, it only takes 60 hours. Depending on the program, you might see the top maybe 66 hours. However, say, for instance, that you want to double major, but you want to double major at the associate's level. Well, again, financial aid only pays up to 90 hours. So whether you finish the degree or not, once you exceed that 90 hours, financial aid is going to cut you off at that level and kind of, in a sense, force you to go on to the university. Yes.
Didn't know that. Oh my gosh. What about people going to medical school and like serious bills like that? Like, you're allowed to take out that much of a loan, like $1 million? I mean, really?
Yeah, absolutely. It gets that way. And so, and a lot of times when you see that, when people decide they want to go to middle school a little bit later, some students, not all, they wasn't aware in their first few years and stuff. And sometimes we mess up. I even messed up myself my first college year and stuff again, because like I said, the student loans was very attractive and stuff. And, into a young person, what, you telling me I get an extra $500, $1,000 for anything? Instead of being responsible and just taking out what I needed just to cover my classes.
Yep.
Yes. I wanted to splurge my freshman and sophomore year, which kind of like hurt me my senior year, because I'm like, oh, okay, I'm running out of aid funds. So I had to be really cognizant and make sure that I passed those last classes, or else I had to pay out of pocket. And as you know, tuition, they're increasing every year.
Oh my goodness, that is crazy. It is.
Yes.
I can't even think about it. Hold on. So we're in September now, right? So, but like all these grants and stuff that can potentially help us, give us, free money towards school. When do they have to be, applied by to start? Is that for the next year, for like September, or is it for the spring?
Okay. So every year you want to complete your FAFSA, it opens up in October. It opens up to October for everyone to complete. I would say the earlier the better, even though you may have to go in and maybe update your tax information. But though, as of, I want to say maybe 5 years ago, per se, please don't quote me on that.
Okay.
They are going off the previous year instead of that current year. So it's as long as you filed that previous year, you can go ahead and complete your FAFSA in October, as early as October. And the earlier you submit, the better, because that means you would get awarded a lot earlier, and you wouldn't have to worry about far as having to maybe set up a payment plan because you apply for your FAFSA late and those funds don't get dispersed a little bit later. Because some schools, even if you show that you are getting a FAFSA and you're getting a refund, if you did not apply in time enough for processing to go, sometimes you have to set up that payment plan until financial aid kicks in. So the earlier, the better, guys.
Got it. Thank you for that advice. All right. Remind us again how we contact you.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, definitely. Dean Brannon, Dean Brannon Institute. You can contact us at www.dbi-llc.org, or you can give me a call at 917-426-5842.
Perfect. Thanks so much. And what's on your agenda today? I know you're very, very busy. What's been happening?
Okay, well, as soon as I get off the line with you guys and stuff, I am a chair of our student club. It's our African Student Club. And so I'm giving a presentation on imposter syndrome today. And so I'm very excited about that. They are going to have snacks and stuff. So it's going to be really great. So, hey, if you guys are around the Brookhaven campus area, we'll be at S242. If you would like to sit in and stuff and kind of learn more about the campus and then also other student clubs that's on campus and attend the imposter syndrome, it's going to be a really great session.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah. You busy girl. Well, thank you for making the time for us to have your show today.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
No, you're so sweet. You're so sweet.
Thank you.
And just to point out, dbi-llc.org, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Perfect. And you mentioned, your logo is your blueprint to success. And for those who may not be familiar with, what made you start this program again?
It started when I was a success coach at my previous institution, and I was a success coach over our allied health and nursing programs. And if anyone knows, especially if you're pursuing those areas of stuff, they only accept a certain number of students. Yeah. And I had more students that were having issues with that entrance exam. And so it started out with just hosting some workshops for those students. And I saw how it attracts so much attention from not only the current students at our campus, but our university and our neighboring community college. And from my first cohort, my first year, I had over 100 students participating in these workshops. And I'm like, wow, this must be a big need. And then especially I've learned that as far as demographics later on who were attending and stuff, and especially a lot of my international students, because they had trouble with that English grammar part and definitely could understand that. And so some students who just came in just to kind of get refreshed. However, we had expert instructors hosting these sessions, and I had such a great large feedback. And so that's what kind of sparked me. And also when we attended Finland, we went to visit Finland to kind of examine the school systems over there, and just seeing how they had a lot of things set up as far as really pushing creativity and allowing free kind of academic freedoms for students and stuff. It really kind of confirmed with me, like, this is what I wanted to do. And not just only just having those experiences and hosting a shop, but working in academic advising and stuff, you see all the different levels of students that's coming in and far as the need. I taught freshman orientation courses. I saw how students kind of were reacting to that good information, but however, since this is minimalist information, they didn't see the importance of it. And so that's kind of what made me decide I want to give back and help students. And I couldn't think of what other creative way could I really help and reach students and help them be prepared once they come to college. And so that's what kind of sparked me to start Dean Brannon. And a lot of people ask me, where did that name come from? Because they get surprised when they call Dean Brannon, they're expecting to speak with a man. But no, I'm a woman. I'm a woman. And where Dean Brannon came from, Dean is my father's middle name. May he rest in peace. And Brannon was my mother's maiden name. And so I wanted to also leave a legacy for my parents. So that's where the name originated from. And again, I wanted to give back and give my part back to help students be prepared and stuff and have a productive society.
Wish you could get the feeling of a relaxing foot massage just by...
And like I said, we're still building, we're still fresh, we're still new, and just see what service I can offer on this end.
Well, I love how hardworking and dedicated you are. And just to point out, it's not just those going through college. You're also helping other people with different entrance exams as well, right?
Yes, with the college entrance exam.
Got
the college
it.
entrance exam, yes. And so that would be for Texas right now. And so that would be our TSI, and it's the Texas State Initiative Program. And so they're tested over reading, English, and math. And we have a lot of students that come in that test in that area, and they're finding themselves having to take developmental courses. And so in my part, in trying to give back and help students prepare and eliminate having to take courses that's not going to be required on their plan, because even though they have to take it, the developmentals, they don't transfer and they don't count as a credit to your degree completion. So if I can eliminate as many students as I can, so that way they can get a fresh start when they come to college, that's what I would like to do. So that's why I sparked us to do that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then the college entrance exams. That's another thing. Yes. Oh, my goodness. And just curious, but where did you go to school?
I went to Langston University for my undergraduate and finished in elementary education. And then I went to OSU for my grad. And I finished at, National University for my doctorate in San Diego. Amazing.
Gosh, they stress the importance of education, you know. It's when I grew up in a house where my parents never talked about college. They didn't go to college. My sister, who was older, didn't go to college. My brother. So thank God I learned from like my friends' families, like the importance of this. Because now here we are. My sister's 50-something. She wishes she went to college. She wished, I got my master's in communications. But and at the time, I just did what I thought everyone was doing. I didn't realize the importance of it. Now, looking back, my sister just regrets not going to school, not getting it done. And it's just so sad that I hope people that are listening today, parents, students, anyone, the importance, stress enough about education, right?
Yes, absolutely. And then also just the kind of the not misinformation, but not being aware of different programs that's out there, because some students, another fear is because they went through all these years through school and they're over it. I get it. I definitely get it. But there's also programs that you can, like the associate's degree, or there's vocational programs that you can complete within a year or 2 years at the most. And you can come out making really nice income. But a lot of students don't know what fields to pursue or just the time limits on it. So definitely, I encourage everyone to at least get some type of training.
Got it.
Yes.
Thank you so much. All right. I'm sorry because I'm so sick right now. So my voice is bad and I'm going to sneeze on you, but I apologize. So we still got another 4 minutes. I'm about cutting you short. Of course. Dean Brannon, what did you want to, also mention about Dean Brannon Institute? Anything else you want to share for us today?
Let's see. I think that's pretty much. Let me just wrap up as far as for scholarship and foundations. Cool. Just definitely make sure, guys, there's funding out there for you. There is help out there. And even as far as students who are currently in school, if you're experiencing any type of insecurities, please connect with your college counselor. Also, you can go to maybe their website and stuff. And so, like, for instance, for Dallas College, we have a resource page. And that's something that I probably would like to incorporate with Dean Brannon as well, to connect people with community resources that can help you. But there are resources out there, guys, that can help you as far as with groceries, help you to pay for rent, help you to get books, computer, laptops. A lot of students, they don't want to come to school because not having funds to get the laptops. The campuses have laptop loaners and stuff. You just got to ask. And don't be afraid to ask.
Perfect. And it's always good to have a mentor, someone like you in your back pocket, right? The importance of that.
Absolutely.
The importance of doing internships, right? Would you add that?
Yes, absolutely. Definitely. Because again, industry leaders are not believing that a lot of students that finish are ready. And so right now we like to offer those career live experiences and so forth and internships. So definitely get with your career and transfer office on campus. There's opportunities out there, guys.
Aww.
And so, like I said, Dean Brannon, we're offering a leadership program and stuff, and we're trying to get that piloted out next in spring. So if that's something that you may be interested in, that's also a program that you can go through and stuff, learn different leadership skills to help you prepare, and also get out there and see what's out there for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right, everyone. Thank you for this. Again, remind us how we can contact you.
Again, my name is Dr. Tam. You can reach me at Dean Brannon Institute. That's www.dpi-llc.org. And you can reach me at 917-426-5842.
Beautiful. Thanks again for being here, for joining us, and looking forward to a time we connect again. Go enjoy your day, busy girl.
You too. And I hope you feel better soon,
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Have a great day, sweetheart.
You too.
Bye-bye. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Of course my kid's in the right car seat. Well, I think he is.
Yeah, my kid's in a booster seat. He was ready to move up. He is ready, right?
Her car seat looks like the right size.
There are probably rules on when to move up to a booster seat, aren't there?
Rear facing, forward facing. I think I have it right.
Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Don't think you know you know. Go to safercar.gov/the right seat.
I know my child's in the right car seat, or else I wouldn't get in the driver's seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.